experienced and I have seen the growth of Dubai, which is on the world map now in terms of construction industry, projects, landmark, or even you can say tallest the building in the world. So I witnessed in front of my eyes all this development. And fortunately, I was involved in many of these landmark projects.
Welcome, Dipak ji.
Thank you.
In our today's podcast, we have Mr. Dipak Bhadra from Dubai, who is having 30 plus years of experience in the HVAC. He has walked all across, starting from India, then I think 23 plus years experience in the Middle East. So, Mr. Dipak, would like to hear from you about the introduction part.
Okay. Yeah, so my name is Dipak Bhadra. I'm originally from Gujarat, India. I have started my career in HVAC from Voltas, India. I worked for 3 years there. HVAC was my passion, so I worked in HVAC industry for 30 years. Out of that, 3 years in India and 27 years in Middle East, 7 years in Oman and 20 years in Dubai. So this is 25th year I'm in Dubai now. Yes, so I've experienced and I have seen the growth of Dubai, which is on the world map now in terms of construction industry, projects, landmark, or even you can say tallest the building in the world. So I witnessed in front of my eyes all this development. And fortunately, I was involved in many of these landmark projects. So that's what a little bit about me.
Yeah, great to hear, Dipak ji. So today's topic would be how to deliver projects on time with world-class quality. As you know, I belong to the real estate industry. I have also worked in different geographical locations in India and the Middle East, of course in Dubai, for a long period of time. So I can see a lot of difference. I mean, Dubai, many of the projects are of world-class standards actually. It is being constructed on time with world quality. Now, given the fact that India is growing in economic terms and thereby having a lot of projects upcoming, so we'd like to have your insight from your experience, how we can improve this, not only real estate sector, but the construction industry as well, in terms of world-class deliverables and, the working to the budget and world-class quality. What's your say on it?
Okay, so being me as a coach now, I will use that vocabulary, which when you are talking to me, it started flowing through my mind. So first is awareness. Like say construction industry in India 50 years back and now, there is a big change. India has started following world class. I keep visiting India and I see construction activities in cities like Bangalore, Chennai, where I was recently, I had been. So first is awareness. World is changing.
Yeah.
Technology is changing.
Yeah.
Way of construction is changing. Designs are changing. So when one is aware, now with this digital world, awareness is spreading fast.
Yes.
So first, everything starts with awareness. Then comes his attention. Like see, if there is attention in terms of proper design, attention in terms of visualizing the functionality of building, attention in terms of say fire safety, noise control, many things are there, like say in terms of building projects. And when the stakeholder, like including developer, architect, designer, consultant, contractor, when they accept that idea that yes, they can work together, they can deliver project in time with the best quality and the worth of money people are investing. Like say there will be investors, like somebody will be investor, like developer is investor, or maybe developer is selling the property to end user or investor.
Yes.
So there is a money involved. They have to see that are they investor or financiers, are they going to get the value what they are investing? Now this comes with acceptance. See, if that now we know that if any tall building or any construction, it's based on solid foundation. If there is a foundation is weak, the building will be shaky. Same way, if this kind of project, if those are built on the values, then see there will be credibility will be established. So first is awareness, second one is attention on small things also. Many times small things are missed. I have witnessed some projects where some minor things are missed, and that resulted into big rectification and repair work, because if authority is very strict, they don't accept, they don't approve the building, and then that building will be delayed a lot. So that can be one of the reason if projects are not delivered on time, because minute details or important details are missed. If there is a proper alignment, everything happens. People get value, people get on-time delivery. So it is alignment of your vision, ruler of Dubai and Vice President of UAE, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. He's having a quote, and that quote inspired me a lot. He says, "Future belongs to those who can imagine it, design it, and execute it."
Yes.
Now, everything, any construction you see, first it starts with somebody's mind. Let it be developer, let it be investor, let it be architect or designer. So it's like, say, following these three things: imagination, then design, and then execution. And I feel that these three words fit very accurately in construction industry. Let it be infrastructure project, let it be commercial project or residential project.
But what I can see from my experience, practical experience, you say this correct, but in application that is missing.
Yeah.
Although we use this technology in every sphere, but in the construction industry, I mean, more than 90% of the projects are not being able to be delivered on time still, as on date. According to me, because I am also into the coaching industry now, we are also into the coaching.
Yeah, true.
So the mindset part, as we have learned from our mentors, is not taught to the construction industry people or the real estate people. So I designed a course based on mindset, skill set, and tool set, MST formula.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But having said that, before starting this, I would like you to share one mistake that you have realized over your 30 years of experience in the construction industry.
Okay, so
every developer or construction industry must avoid.
Okay, see, for me, I was in HVAC industry. So HVAC plays very important part, but it normally comes last.
Yeah.
So what happens, like designer, they give first importance to structure, design, architectural view, but many times they miss. Say in Dubai, it is most of the projects are with central air conditioning.
Yeah.
It involves chill water piping, it involves duct, and all those things have to penetrate through building structure. And few projects I came across where this kind of mistakes was done, it was not properly coordinated. So then I have seen contractors doing penetration after the beams are casted, slabs are casted, and that that being you in directly into construction industry, it weakens the structure.
Yeah.
Either you can make those sleeves and openings in advance, or then if something is missed, either they compromise. I have seen people compromising with effective height, because cutting the beam or making big opening in beam, sometimes it is impractical. So then what they do, they bring ducts or pipes below the beam, and that compromise with height of you can say building, even height of car park. I have seen many buildings where car parks, you are taking car inside the car park, and then you will scared that, okay, what if my car touches the duct or pipes? So those kind of mistakes can be avoided, or I have seen those mistakes, contractors doing it. So, but some essential services are required, or what they do, they compromise with operational or functional role of, say, smoke extract system in the car park. Now, if ducts are not possible, what they will do, they will put tunnel fans. Now, tunnel fans will not be effective if it is a basement is too big. So there are some guidelines and requirements of civil defense for fire safety.
Yeah.
And those things are compromised. When such mistakes are happen, people will compromise, they will take approvals, they will do value engineering.
Yeah.
So that can be avoided if proper attention is given at the early stage of conceptualization.
Again, coming back to the planning part of it, we are not that much, till date aligned into the planning part of it. If we are aligned and we spend some more time in the plan itself, then then this type of mistakes, what you have pointed out, could be very well avoided, right?
Yeah.
Now, going forward, what do you think one secret formula behind a success delivery of a project? One secret.
Okay. One secret, if I would say, if you are asking, I would say accountability at all the levels.
Yeah.
Accountability. Everybody, when they are accountable, what they are supposed to do, then project will be the best outcome.
Correct.
But normally, what happens, I have seen or experienced, people are blaming each other.
Yes.
Maybe some delay was there, and then blame game is passed on to different levels. So, say designer, there is a design delay, there is approval delay, then construction delay, then electromechanical work delay, and then air conditioning work delay, and then comes interior work delay. So everybody will make other person account responsible instead of making other person responsible. If everybody feels I'm accountable to deliver best, I'm accountable to coordinate with other agencies. It's a teamwork. Like say any project you take, it's a teamwork. It's not by one agency.
Yes.
And I would suggest that, or you can say that accountability is a success insurance policy. My mentor Bob Proctor, whenever somebody was asking, he says accountability is like a insurance policy of success. Like, see, we take insurance in the life. We know that if something goes wrong, we are secure that insurance company will help or fulfill their commitments.
Correct.
So same way, accountability in projects, accountability in big or small project plays a very big role.
Correct. So it's a great learning. Thank you for sharing. So as per the statistics data, I mean, it has been found that very few developers are following the regulatory compliances.
Yeah.
Of course, I mean, in Dubai and the Middle East, it is very stringent. You cannot deviate. But in India, down the line, there is RERA, of course, from 2016 onwards. Now people are made to be compliant. So what do you have to say about it, following the regulatory norms? And
yes,
I mean, regulatory principles.
So yeah, regulation, like say when regulations are guidelines, and when we know it works as a roadmap.
Yeah.
See, when there is a clear defined roadmap, walking or traveling on those roadmap is easy. Chances of manipulation is reduced. I don't say that it will be zero manipulation, but still there is one thing, roadmap is given, and second thing, consequences attached if somebody violating these laws or violating guidelines.
Yeah.
See, now we know that I always give example of say a city we live in, like you know that Dubai, there are laws for everything. There are construction laws, there are civil defense, fire safety laws. You can say traffic laws, immigration laws, visa laws, and people follow it.
Yeah.
Because they know that if they violate, there will be consequences, there will be penalty, there will be fine. Same thing, we live in universe. And universe operates on certain laws.
Yeah.
And when one is aware that I am responsible to understand, learn these universal laws. So one of the law is like cause and effect. Like suppose with all the faith, if somebody is investing in the project, say tower, residential tower. So there will be maybe say 200 buyers who have given money to developer.
Yeah.
With faith.
Yeah.
Now faith will be, they will get value for money.
Yeah.
They will get what was promised.
Yeah.
They will get on time.
Yeah.
Now, these are the results they expect. Now, the person who is building this, it is that person's responsibility to make everybody accountable. That they get maybe at least that much or more than that. When we walk extra mile, the universe makes happen in a bigger way.
Yeah.
So, law of cause and effect. But yes, guidelines are required, laws are required, because laws will make us, but then there should be consequences. Like, see, there are a lot of loopholes, which I feel sometimes there are a lot of loopholes.
Yes.
People know that, okay, with law, we will get away. Not in Dubai, but maybe in India. So, but they are not scared. There is no fear. Now, when there is no fear, there are all the chances of manipulation.
Correct. And I mean, it is high time we follow the regulations. Of course, after RERA came in, many things are being systematic because it's a lot of compliances to be followed. So by introducing RERA itself, many players down the line have vanished on their own because they will not be able to. Now going forward, as the world is emerging very fast, in terms of technology. However, it is being seen and felt that in the construction industry, particularly in India, we are not following or we are not exploring the possibilities of taking the advanced technologies. Because with the advanced technologies, we don't need to spend so much of time. I think one of the projects recently happened in Bangalore, 35-story building. It happened in 6 months.
Wow.
Hong Kong, China, before the corona, there were so many case studies. 30 plus story, 40 plus story. It was completed in a 1 year duration. So, what is your say about going ahead or following the, new technologies and adopting in the construction technology or, in the real estate industry to make faster delivery? Because we have a lot of coming up. Please go.
So definitely. Like, so I will start with a quote. Like it says, if you are not updated, you are outdated. Now, this is I learned from Bob Proctor that we keep updating our mobile phone as and when we get message to change or update the software, we do it. Same thing applicable with technology. Like if you go back 50 years, it was in India, it was only Fiat and Ambassador cars. Now we don't see even single.
Yes.
Because world has followed that there are better things. And same thing with construction industry.
Yeah.
Okay, initially, like, see why people are scared or they are reluctant to do this, because initially it may require some new learning, it may require some new investment, equipment. But then later on, like when you think from short term or long term, both way, ideas will be, it will be different. Plans will be different. So this is a long term gain. Long term, even technology can save the time. Technology can reduce the manpower. Like, see, now that's where people feel that, okay, what if we lose the job, or what if my laborers, they lose the job, or labor. And another thing, I feel that labor market is little bit unorganized in India. Now, this is one of the reason that technology, you can say acceptance, it is happening, but it is slow. When that is regulated. And then see another one thing I always noticed, like I was coming when I was in HVAC and working in Dubai, and I was regularly coming to India for exhibitions, for HVAC exhibition. It's called ECREX. And I was saying that time that there is a lack of awareness in fire safety. Now in building, suppose, okay, when it was a 3-4 story building, it was evacuation was not difficult in case of fire. But when buildings are now going vertically, 30 story, 35 story, and still if fire safety things are not taken care, it's something very serious.
Of course. Yes.
Smoke extract system. Like, say, suppose there is a fire on, say, there is a building 35 story and there is a fire on, say, 15th floor. And fire will spread throughout the building. And if staircases are not having proper ventilation in case of fire, staircase is the only way to escape from the building. Because lift will be off. Like when there is a fire, the first thing will be switched off, will be lift. And staircase is the only means to escape for the people. But if there is no ventilation system in the forced ventilation system in the staircase, the staircase will be full of smoke. And then people will stuck. Even there were all the chances to survival, they will have difficulty. So these kind of important things, life saving things which are required in construction projects. It doesn't cost much, but then see, it is emotional. Like suppose a developer is designing and giving to architect. Now their intention is to make the building in minimum cost. Or bare minimum or optimal cost. And they avoid this kind of system, like which is smoke extract system, fire safety system. Now, if that time, if as a suppose educator, if you ask them that, imagine that if you were living on top of this building with your family, and if there is a fire, would you like or love to stay in that building, or you will not prefer that? And then they get the answer. So that accountability starts at stakeholders level. And that is something very important which I learned during my 30 years in air conditioning.
Yes, yes, fair enough. Yeah, in fact, in India also now, regulation perspective, government has amended the regulations. It is to the world-class standards.
Yeah.
Only thing we have to improve in the execution part of it. There,
So design and execution, like as you
design
said,
and
planning.
yeah,
Because see, later on, what happens? Suppose by the time project is started, and in 3 years, the regulation changed, and
yes,
authority will say that okay, now without if a building is 15-story plus, there should be smoke extract system.
yeah,
And at that time, if they are forced, it will be expensive. It will be time taking. It will delay the project. Many things will happen.
yeah, yeah. Thank you very much. I mean, going forward, three
Yeah.
breakthroughs which you have got in your 30 years of experience. Could you share which could be beneficial for the industry?
Okay. First one, I would say that be lifelong learner. That helped me a lot.
Yeah.
See, I follow one law I learned from again my mentor. That law says law of compensation.
Yeah.
Law of compensation says you're earning income or profit. Now that can be anybody, like let it be a designer or developer or engineer.
Yeah.
It depends on three things: you're earning income or profit. First is need of what you do or demand of what you do. So construction activity. See, as a population is going, India is now largest populated country in the world, 1.4 billion. And the more growth will happen, people will be upgrading their life. They will be requiring residence, they will be requiring offices, and they will be requiring places for entertainment and everything.
Yes.
So there is a demand. There is going to be demand because people need three things in the life. Main thing: food on the plate,
Yeah.
roof on the head, and clothes. These are the three basic things.
Yes.
So construction industry is going to remain in the demand. Maybe equation will change. Now with COVID, many people have shifted to home office. So maybe
Yes.
commercial will reduce, but residential will go up because when person is operating from home, he will need a home office.
Yes.
Right now, I am operating from my home office, but it is my responsibility that home office looks professional.
Yes.
So I'm using some devices. I keep on upgrading it. So first is need of what you do or demand of what you do. Second is your ability to do it.
Yeah.
Now you will see that one profession, one person is making fortunes, but another person graduated from the same college, same university, even with better grade, is struggling.
Yes.
Why it is happening? Because one person unconsciously or consciously positioned. Like in India, there are many developers. Some developers have very good name, like see Godrej or all those. They work on their name. They work on their credibility. Tata. So they position themselves in that segment. Even they can charge premium also because they know that what they are giving is a high value.
Yes.
So working on your ability, that will make difficult to replace.
Yeah.
So a person is on job, definitely he will be, I don't say indispensable, but difficult to replace. And person is having his own business, that person will position themselves in a better way. So first breakthrough for me was lifelong learning. Never stop learning.
Yeah, of course. I think it's a great sharing. Yes.
Yeah. So learning about first thing about yourself and mind, because it is mindset. Learning about your industry you are in. So till the time I was in HVAC industry for 30 years, I was continuously learning.
Yeah, I think
it was having that curiosity mind. I was having curiosity always.
Yes.
And that helped me to grow. And the third thing, be financially literate.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is what I understood, because if you are not financially literate, nothing will work.
Of course.
I've seen people earning a lot, but then they are not designing. See, people design, suppose in construction industry, they design buildings, they design projects, but then at the end of habits, so having good habits, I would say money habits.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I learned from my mentor, Robert Kiyosaki. Correct. So he is the great real estate investor and real estate coach. So I learned a lot from him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think thank you very much. Last but not the least, one single message for the industry.
Have open mind. Accept the new ideas.
Yes.
And any new idea comes, like say, this is something I learned from my mentor again. Why I'm coming to Bob Proctor. So when I first met Bob Proctor in Canada, and that information was new to me. So he told me that you are here to learn something.
Yeah.
Keep your mind open. Don't accept whatever I say, but don't reject. Consider it. Consider it, give your thoughts, think it, and then accept it. And that is applicable for whether construction industry or any industry. Consider it.
I think very nicely said. So thank you very much for your time. I think it's very impactful feedback for the industry, and looking forward to see you again. So signing off for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Hope this information was useful to your listener, your audience, because it was little different information.
Yeah.
Related to construction, but indirectly it was related to everybody's life.
Yes, yes. And actually, I want to see India in the real estate or construction industry in terms of the global perspective. Why not?
Yeah.
We are IT-wise, we are number one. So real estate construction industry also, we should be number one going forward, right?
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
this industry is going to generate, 15% of the India's GDP going forward, 3 to 7 years down the line. Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So once again, thank you very much. Thanks for your
You're most welcome.
signing off.